Hey there, fellow wet shavers. Brian here with the Wet Shave Experience. Thank you for tuning in today. Today I will be using PAA's Awesome Sauce with the mug of none other than CDB on the front there. And I'm going to be pairing, I did not get the matching splash, excuse me. So I'm going to be using the Inspired by Pro Rosso Green Splash. I do have a PAA razor. This is the Double Open Comb Ascension Adjustable. It's got a first use Nasset blade inside. I am using the, work that out there, the Simpson's Trafalgar Synthetic T2 brush. This is the smaller, not the smallest, the middle size, I guess, of the brushes. And then we are all laddered up in the bowl here. This is in the cocoa butter formula, or the CK1 as I've heard it referred to. I don't know if it's technically CK1 or not, but it's not the CK6. That's what I'm saying. And let's wet the face and get started. All right, so I kind of had thought, oh, first of all, I want to say welcome to any of the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. We have managed to stay over 300, which is great. I was wondering if we, after the giveaway, if we would have lost any folks, and I think we did, but I think we also gained some. So if you are a new subscriber, welcome and thank you. If you've been around for a while, thanks for the continued support. And if you're watching this and you haven't considered subscribing, please do so. It really helps the channel. If you like the video, just hit that little like button. That also helps the channel as well, with all the YouTube algorithms and so forth. All right, so I kind of had some, I don't know, do you guys plan out your shaves like ahead of time, like for the week, for the next day, or do you just wake up and say, this is what I'm gonna use today, this is what I feel like? Comment below on what you folks do. I'm just curious. It's definitely a different animal when you have a YouTube channel on what you're gonna do. So I think there's a lot of consideration, right? And what I'm using is I have to think, why do people tune into the channel? What is it they wanna see? So I think it's probably not just to see me, right? So do you wanna see new stuff? Are you interested in the latest and greatest? What scents and soaps, razors, etc.? But I try to plan ahead of time. Sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. All right, so the PAA Double Open Comb Ascension Adjustable. So it adjusts, I think I've showed this on here before, but as you can see, the head cap angle is very steep, and that's what I don't know, I've seen some people use their hand, there you go, keeps the tension on the blade because it's so bent. And then when you adjust it, you actually just turn the handle and it basically loosens the tension and the blade kind of flares out, so you get more blade exposure that way, and blade feel. So I like it all the way tamped down, and that works for me. It is customizable. These have been out on PAA's website for a while, so I don't know if they're going to come back. But this bottom part does come off, and they have a red one and I think a purple one, and you can just change them out. But that is not how the razor adjusts. It just simply adjusts by turning the handle and kind of loosening it a little bit, and then it loosens the amount of torque on the blade, and the blade just flares up. All right, there you go. I've used this razor a few times. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a pretty smooth shaver. I personally do not like a lot of blade feel or aggressive razors. I do not have particularly dense beard growth, nor do I have particularly thick beard growth. So I don't really need anything too aggressive or too sharp or too much blade feel. I always like how it leaves the little lather channels on there. I think that's kind of cool. Do want to give a shout out to Mel and Nate and BBS Live. So that brings me to where I was going with my shaves. So I kind of had a week planned out, or at least the next few days planned out, of what I was going to use this week. And then I saw Mel post, I think it was yesterday or Saturday. So BBS Live, if you're not familiar, is Nate and Mel, a couple of guys on Instagram. And I'll link the Instagram in the description. And they host a live Instagram on every other Thursday night. And it's fun. Sometimes they get 70, 80, 90, 100 people on it. And they do a lot of giveaways, so it's cool. They have a lot of good info on there. People ask questions. It's pretty fun. I try to tune in when I can. It's a little harder with, I have 2 small kids, so it's a little harder to get like 2 or 3 hours. Kind of dripping down there. 2 or 3 hours on a weeknight to just tune in, but sometimes I'm able to put my headphones on and listen, or a lot of times the kids have BMX racing on Thursday nights, so that makes it even harder. And we're gonna start doing that now as the weather gets better. Anyways, I saw Mel put out a little, he's been doing these themes of the week, and his theme of the week this week was PAA, or Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. So I thought I'd break out some PAA and join in at least a little bit for the BBS Live PAA week. So we're starting off with awesome sauce. I don't know how many I'll do. I've used some of my PAA recently on the channel, so that was my other consideration. So that's what I'm thinking, is like, why do people tune in? I mean, I've used like Supreme Sandalwood not too long ago. I've used Hotel Cecil not too long ago. If I do it again, do people really want to see that? What do I do differently? Do I just worry about it's my shave? People watch, they watch. So that's kind of some of the thoughts going through my head. I like to put new stuff on there when I can. So that's what's kind of going through my head this morning. Do I stick with what I was going to go with this week? Because I was going to do a barbershop, and I've had a few barbershops kind of sitting in my drawer, and I've got a few more. And I had the CAD soap, and I got the CAD splash recently. That was kind of what I was waiting for, to do a barbershop week, and I finally got that. So I was gonna do that this week, which I could have started with CAD and then just did one PAA shave and joined in on the theme week, and then just did barbershop the rest of the week. But I don't know, last minute, I just decided to use this. A little bit of menthol in here. I think we're a little maybe underhydrated. This is a non-tallow based soap, so it is a vegan soap, but it does take a lot of water. And Douglas will tell you, add some water, then add some water, and then add some more water. All right, so against the grain. So anyways, shout out to Nate and Mel at BBS Live. This is my first PAA theme week shave, so I don't know if I'll do more or not. I don't think you could classify Parasso Green as barbershop, although it's a popular barbershop soap, and scent. So maybe you can. Can you? That's a good question. So anyways, if you want to comment below, have time, why you tune into a channel, whether it's mine or anybody else's, what you like to see, what it is that you're tuning in for. So I got this soap in the CK1 formula. And I think for me personally, I think CK1 gives me everything I need to get a good shave. It is more cost effective than CK6. CK6 is more. You also do get 5 ounces, so there is that difference, but you're still paying more per ounce than the CK1. And if you get the soap paired with the splash, you do get an additional discount, so it brings the cost per ounce down even a little bit more. And so I think for me, if the CK1 is available, then that's what I'm going to go with. So the only time I'm going to get CK6 typically is if that is all that's offered. And occasionally that's the case, that only the CK6 is available. I've been debating picking up, is it Twee and Et2 before they're gone, I think in like 2 or 3 days. I think the Et2 is Fabergé Groot, and the other is Creed's Tweed. I guess before they're gone because they're seasonal releases. All right, against the grain here. It's a nice smooth razor. I really like it. I mean, this razor is like 50 bucks. I don't really think you can go wrong with it personally. I was a little worried about the double open comb when I first got it, because I had never really tried much open comb, and then the double open comb was like, I didn't really know what to expect, but overall it's a pretty smooth razor. And again, it's adjustable, so I like it all the way down, and it's not really super aggressive that way, and it works for me. I mean, the nice part is if you like more blade feel, more aggressiveness, you can just adjust it down. Like I mentioned it, the only downside I feel like with this type of razor, the way it adjusts is that, you know, unlike a Rockwell 6C or a Gillette, you know, Fat Boy or Slim adjustables or whatever, is there's no number, or not, Rockwell Model T, excuse me. There's no numbers on here. So the good thing is you could tweak it as little or as much as you want. So it's very personalized in terms of how you adjust it versus clicking to a specific number. But at the same time, there's no real way to know where it is you've adjusted it to. So there's no markings or anything. So if you have it all the way down, it doesn't matter, like I do. But if you want to, you know, open it up or make it more aggressive or whatever, or get more blade feel, you've got to loosen it. So the next time you use it, you got to kind of do it by feel and remember where you loosened it to. So that's the only thing that I can see that's potentially a downside to this type of adjustable, is that there's no real settings. So you can't really exactly potentially match where you had it last time whenever you change the blade. I always take my razors apart after I shave and I dry them, and then I put them back together. So every time I use it, I would be tightening it back up and then trying to readjust where I was last time. Which I guess you could do like quarter turn, half turn, whatever, but I mean, it's really, I mean, you could barely move it if you wanted to. All right, so some cleanup under here. I think, did I get myself a little bit? I might have got myself right there. This is a really nice scent. This is one that came out, I think I got it in the summer, and one that Chris, CDB, had been asking Douglas to make. So the Proraso Splash, I'm sure you may or may not know, does not smell exactly like the Proraso soap and cream or the aftershave balm. It has a little bit different vibe to it. So Chris had been asking Douglas to make a soap that smelled more like the Splash, and it does. Spot on. It smells great. Okay, let's rinse and we'll get to the post. All right, so I do a warm water, then a cold water rinse. Water's still plenty cold here in Oregon. By the way, shout out to my Oregon State Beavers. Almost forgot about this. We are in the Elite Eight. They won on Saturday. I got to watch a little bit of the game. I had the kids, the BMX race. The game started at 11:40, races started at 11 o'clock. I was there by 10:45. And I had it on my phone a little bit in between races and running after the two kids. And then I got to see the end by the time I got home. So shout out to the Beavers. Great win against Loyola. Super surprising. It was like a Cinderella year for us. We were picked to finish last in the Pac-12. We were not doing well at the beginning of the first half of the season. And then we turned it on the second half of the season. We won the Pac-12 tournament. If we would not have won that tournament, we would not be in the NCAA tournament. So just improbable run by the Beavers. So shout out. Good job, guys. Go Beavs. All right. Now, I had to get that out there. 3 Pac-12 teams in the Elite Eight, by the way. UCLA beat, I think, was it Alabama in overtime? And then USC, although had to play another Pac-12 team. But secretly, that's okay, because the Ducks are my rival. And I grew up in LA, so USC beat the Ducks. So got 3 Pac-12 teams in the Elite Eight. All right, a little bit more. All right, I really like the Proraso green. Proraso is where I started my wet shaving, so it's nice to come back to a classic sort of. Probably a better soap than the Proraso soap, although there's nothing wrong with Proraso soap. It works just fine. All right, that's it for the shave, folks. So I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do the rest of the week. I'm gonna switch gears and go to the barbershop, and just because I've got more than a week of barbershop anyways, or keep on with the PAA theme week. We'll see, but shout out to Nell and Mate at BBS Live. I'll link it below. I link a lot of the stuff below. I don't have any affiliate links, so I don't get anything if you click the links and buy anything. I'm just putting it there for your information. So by and large, for the most part, I'm buying everything on my own. I've won a few things in giveaways. I've had a couple artisans like John at 345 gift me the shipwreck soap to give away for the 300 subscriber giveaway. I've had some other YouTubers and friends gift me some stuff. So other than that, it's all on me. So whatever links I put in there, if it's something that's free or something that I get anything from, I will disclose that. But whatever links are there, just for your information if you choose to click on them. So, all right, thanks. Have a great day, folks, and we'll see you soon on the channel.